Hi, I'm Candice Rosen. Welcome to Self-Help 101. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to use a glucometer. Many diabetics are very familiar with glucometers. They use a glucometer to test their blood sugar. As many of my followers know, I believe in the practice of self-health. You are your primary caregiver and your physician is your secondary caregiver. Your body has the ability to heal itself if given the proper tools. My hypothesis is that all NCDs, non-communicable diseases, anything you can't catch, from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, polycystic ovarian syndrome, low testosterone, type 2 diabetes, obesity, metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, renal issues, and even some cancers stem from pancreatic abuse. What is pancreatic abuse? Anytime you raise your blood sugar over 100 90 minutes after you eat a meal or a snack, you're asking for trouble. Unlike a diabetic, you will only be testing for 3 to 4 months to figure out what food or fuel works for your body. Your body will give you either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Some people are squeamish about using a glucometer. And for those, you're going to have to tune in, and I'll teach you how to read your body's signals. Before you begin any exercise or change in your diet, you need to inform your physician. You're in a partnership with your physician, and he or she needs to know that you're eating differently. And especially if you're going to follow the data-driven diet pancreatic nutritional program, your physician needs to know. Why? Because if you're on a statin drug, if you're on a high blood pressure medication, if you're on insulin, metformin, your dosages may be changed. Your need for the medication will probably decrease, and you may even be lucky enough to eliminate your medication. So you need to be speaking with your physician so that they can taper your medication as your body begins to heal itself. So, having said that, if you're going to test with a glucometer, you'd go and purchase a glucometer. Some individuals who are pre-diabetic can get a prescription from their physician and it's covered by insurance. Others will have to pay for the device and the strips for approximately 3 to 4 months. So what you're going to do is that you're going to go to a pharmacy and you're going to purchase a glucometer. And then you're going to purchase strips, alcohol swabs, and these little lancets. They're the little needles. So anyway, and then you're going to either get just a notebook or you're going to purchase my Pancreatic Oath Journal. Makes things a lot easier. And then you also want to buy index cards, because when you begin to test and you test 90 minutes after you eat a meal or a snack, your body is either going to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down about that meal, and you'd like to record it. I think it's a good idea on index cards, and you put it in a little box and you have a divider for good and for bad, so that it takes all of the mystery out of how to fuel this incredible machine, your body. So every morning when you get up, you're going to sit on the side of the bed and take 4 cleansing breaths. Get up, go into the bathroom, take off all your clothes, weigh yourself, and then you're going to test your blood sugar so that you get a baseline of what your blood sugar is as you begin the day. And then you will be able to base all of your meals and your snacks on that number and any future numbers that stem from that. So I don't test anymore because I know exactly how food affects my body. I know how beverages affect my body. So I don't need to test anymore. But what I tell my clients is that when they wake up in the morning, you start with your baby finger. 90 minutes after breakfast, start with the other baby finger. If you have a snack between breakfast and lunch, then it would be the ring finger, and then so on and so on. So, what do you do? So this is a glucometer. This is a Freestyle Light. They're all variations, but they all do the same job. So this is a test strip. You're going to place it in this device like this, and there's dots at the end, and this is where you'll put a blood sample. This lancet device, you're going to take off the top. There's a little wheel here to rotate, and I usually keep it at 1 unless I'm gardening, and then I have some calluses, and then I'll put it a little higher. So you're going to put the needle, the lancet in, put the top on, and then you're going to take an alcohol pad and you're going to wipe your fingertip. You don't want to have the alcohol affect the numbers. They're just, you don't want it really wet. And then you're going to place the device like this, and the button is right here, and you just press. And you're going to push it, and you see this little bit of blood, and you put it right here on the side, and it'll get a reading. It's very interesting. My number on the glucometer was 109. Before I started filming, my blood sugar was 80. But because I'm a little nervous in front of the camera and whatever, my body dumped some adrenaline, some cortisol into my bloodstream, and my liver released glycogen, my muscles released glycogen for that fight or flight. What is coursing through my bloodstream but a ton of glucose? And it showed up on the glucometer because I haven't eaten anything and I haven't had anything to drink from the time I last tested my blood sugar until we started filming. So it's amazing how the body responds. And that dump of glucose actually makes my pancreas pump out a ton of insulin to have a counter effect on it. So it's not just what the food you take in or the beverages that you drink, but a lot of times it's the stress that can actually cause an effect on your blood sugar. So when I started the video and talked about cleansing breaths in the morning, it's so important to practice stress relievers, whether it's deep breathing, meditation, yoga. It's very, very important. For those of you that are squeamish about using a glucometer, you can tune in to your body. And what do I mean by tuning in? You will have to check 90 minutes after you eat a meal or a snack, tuning into your body to see how you feel, checking in with your body. 90 minutes, so you're going to set your watch or your phone to 90 minutes after you finish breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack, or dinner. And then you're going to just tune in and say, how am I feeling? Do I feel a little lightheaded? Am I hungry? Am I ravenous? Am I sleepy? If you have those symptoms, then I can guarantee that you've raised your blood sugar, that your pancreas had to pump out a ton of insulin. And remember, glucose and insulin never meet perfectly. So you always have an excess of insulin circulating through your body, which brings your blood sugar down, and you have low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, which makes you hungry, which makes you tired. And in some cases, it makes you even jittery. But if 90 minutes after you eat a meal, a snack, you feel good, and you pretty much say, I just want to have maybe a glass of water, some iced tea, unsweetened, a cup of hot tea, then we know that you didn't raise your blood sugar and that that was a good meal for you. And you want to make sure that you journal that and that you make a card, an index card, and file that away so that you know that that was a good meal for you. It's very, very important to remember the numbers. When you wake up in the morning, and let's say you're testing with a glucometer, and you wake up and your blood sugar is 72. You have breakfast and your blood sugar goes up to 100 or 102. Then you say to yourself, oh, okay, well, I'm close to 100, so that's not a big deal. No, you actually spiked 30 points. That breakfast was probably not good for you. If you had started at 90 and you went up to 102, then it's not a big deal. If you start out high in the morning, let's say you're at 90 and you have breakfast and you go down to 75, that was a great breakfast for you. So we don't want huge spreads. Keeping it under 30 is always best. So whether you use a glucometer or you tune in, the data-driven diet will provide you with the necessary information that you need to restore your health and to lose weight. Thank you for joining me today in the demonstration of how to use a glucometer. Please join me for future episodes of Self-Help 101. Learn how to help yourself and help those that you love.